Hi everyone, how are you today? For today's video, I'm going to be doing a project. I need a clothes rack in my room, and the size of it's not too standard. It's in the corner area, and I've tried looking online to see if I can find the right size, and it's either the standard size too big or too small for what I need for my room. And while I was looking, I also saw these copper tubing wire racks in the rose color, which is very pretty. They cost about north of $200, and it still doesn't come in the size I was looking for. And so I figure, why don't I just DIY myself and see what comes out? And hopefully by the end of this project, I'll be able to keep on my fingers and have a clothes rack to show for. And as you can see, I already have some copper tubings, which I purchased from Home Depot. So I'll be measuring it, cutting it, and assembling it. So stay tuned. All right, as you can see here, I got the size, which is, I think it was 5 feet. Yeah, 5 feet. You could get the longer one, which is 10 feet. It's probably more economical, but it was just too long to fit in the car for me to transport. So I just got 3 of the 5 feet, and I started cutting some of them. And make sure that you are good with the measurements before you proceed, because it's all about the measurements, because there's so many connectors and connections. So just make sure the measurements are all good. I also bought some tees and some elbows, and this is a portable tube cutter, and this is like magic. And it's like this was able to cut through the tubing. And I also have glue so that I could, glue it into the joints, glue them together. And as you can see, I did some marking here. Just make sure, again, I think measurement is the key. And where I just wanted to make sure, again, where I am cutting it with the tube cutter. So here's the tube cutter. What you do is there's a little release here. So you want it to be able to make sure that you are on the mark where you want it to cut. It's hard, hold on, let me just put this down first and tighten it where your marking is. So as you can see, I tighten it here where my marking the marker was. So then you just rotate this. And as you rotate, it cuts into the tube, and then you tighten it a little more because it's cutting it in. So you keep doing that. I think I made it a little bit tight this time, so it's not really. Turn and tight, so that the blade is going through. And as you can see, it cut through the pipe. And it's a pretty smooth edge. So here you can see, I assembled this before I glue it together. So just to make sure all the parts are good. And that's the base. And here is the top. So I put the T on the top. One is to stop the hangers from sliding, but also I also put an extension so that I could put like a shelf on the top. But here's the size that I want it, and it's pretty sturdy, so I'm going to start applying the glue to the joint so it's more stable. So I'm gonna put on gloves and do this. So this is flex glue. I don't know, I just found this. It's like a bonding glue, but you could use like epoxy or any type of bonding glue, just not the regular Elmer's glue. So I would put this all over at the edge, and then going to take, oh sorry, it's a little stiff. So then this is the piece that I am trying to bond it together, and I will gently just push it back so that the glue would get smeared all over slowly. Once I do that, I wanted to make sure that it is straight before the glue starts bonding. And I would wet a paper towel just to kind of wipe off the excess. The wetness can wipe it off easily. Once that's done, I do another quick even out to make sure everything's even. You don't want it to be bonded and it's crooked. So then I move on to the next part. Again, at the edge, just go around. That's very little, it's good enough. Because once you start putting it in, it's going to start smearing. And as you can see, and it's going to smear it on. Again, take off the excess with the wet paper towel so that it doesn't get everywhere. And it looks to be pretty even. So just do it through for the rest of the joining parts. So here's the finished product. It's bonding, and it's gonna take some time to bond according to the glue that I used, but it looks really good. And I just saved about $150. This was retailing on around $200. So there you go. Hi everyone, so it's the next day and I let the bonding set in so that the clothes rack is pretty sturdy. I could lift it, and I was able to order these rose color copper wire hangers from Amazon. I only needed enough for this rack because I do have good velvet hangers. So the combination of these hangers along on this rack, it's looking really pretty, and I'm looking forward to be using it in my room or in the future videos, hopefully. So anyway, I hope this inspires you to DIY your own project. And I live in the New York area, so if you would like to place an order with me for this rack, please reach out to me. My contact information is below, and you can order it for pickup. And I think I'm going to use this as a standard size, and I'll put the measurements down for you. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting every Sunday, so looking forward to speaking with you in the next video. Bye.